Assalamu alaikum and a very good day to everyone who's watching this video. I am Siti Numaisara binti Mustafa from Group 5, together with my group members Nur Iman Shakira and as well as Nur Ashikin Zambri, will be explaining to you about types of training. Before I move on to the first subtopic, which is Arabic exercise, I will walk you through the content that you are going to be exposed throughout the video. So first of all, I will explain to you about Arabic and Anaerobic exercises, and then Nur Iman Shakira will continue with fartlek as well as interval training, and lastly Nur Ashikin Zambri will explain to you all the things you need to know about circuit training as well as principles and methods of training. Before I go on to the first exercise, which is Arabic exercise, I just want to emphasize to everyone who's watching this video that every type of training and every type of exercise we will be exposing to you has their own benefits, and what's most important is that it can help you in becoming a better person, a healthier person in general, mentally and also physically. I will be explaining the first subtopic for today, which is Arabic exercise. So what is actually Arabic exercise? Arabic exercise is any type of cardiovascular conditioning, or we mainly just call it cardio. So when you do Arabic exercise, your heart rate and breathing increase for a sustained period of time. Examples of Arabic exercises can either be swimming laps, running, or cycling. When you do aerobic workouts, oxygen becomes your main source of energy. Also, during aerobic exercises, you breathe faster and deeper compared to when your heart rate is at rest. By doing so, you're maximizing the amount of oxygen in the blood. And because of that, your heart rate will go up, increasing the blood flow to the muscles and back to the lungs. So aerobic exercise can offer numerous benefits for your health, including reducing your risk of getting a heart attack, type 2 diabetes, or a stroke. It can also help you lose weight and keep it off, and it also helps you lower and control your blood pressure, and other than that, it increases your stamina and reduce fatigue during exercise, meaning that you can endure a longer period of time when exercising, and also it activates your immune systems, making you less likely to get colds or flu, and it also strengthens your heart because it increases the oxygen, the amount of oxygen in the blood, and also boosts your mood so you feel happier after doing aerobic exercise, and it can help you live longer than those who don't exercise, mainly because it is a form of fitness. So next off we got anaerobic exercise. So what is anaerobic exercise? It involves quick bursts of energy and are performed at maximum effort for a short time. The examples which are most obvious that implement anaerobic exercises are jumping, sprinting, or heavy weightlifting. So your body requires an immediate energy, and it relies on stored energy sources rather than oxygen, which is different from aerobic exercise, to fuel itself. So it also includes breaking down the glucose. There are numerous benefits when it comes to anaerobic exercise. Anaerobic exercise can be beneficial if you're looking to build muscle or lose weight. It can also be beneficial if you've been exercising for a long time and are looking to push through an exercise plateau and meet a new goal. A plateau means, for example, a plateau is like when you're a weightlifter and you've been lifting 40 kilos of dumbbells for the longest amount of time. And for example, you want to get to 42 kilos, you want to add your weight, and an aerobic exercise can help you to push through your limit and help you achieve that goal. It can also help you maintain muscle mass. as you age, because as we all know, when we age, our muscle mass starts to decrease. By doing an aerobic exercise, you can retain the muscle mass you have. After that, it strengthens your bones, burns fat, and lastly increases stamina for daily activities like hiking, dancing, or playing with your nieces and nephews.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Iman Shakira binti Muhammad Sabri and I will be the second presenter for today's presentation. Just now you guys have learned about aerobic and anaerobic exercises, so now let's move on to fartlek training and interval training, shall we? What is fartlek training? Fartlek, a Swedish term that means speed play, is a form of interval or speed training that can be effective in improving your running speed and endurance. Fartlek is also defined as continuous training with interval trainings, which means you will be playing with speed, performing bouts of fast and slow running over varying distances. Fartlek running involves varying your pace throughout your run, alternating between fast segments and slow jogs. What are the benefits of fartlek training? First, speed and endurance. Fartlek training stresses both the aerobic and anaerobic energy pathways. Second, it is ideal for sports training. For example, if you play any basketball, soccer, or football, then you are well familiar with the changes in pace and speed that these sports require. Next, it shades mad calories. The typical fartlek workout session will force you to work at a higher energy level, leading to greater calorie burn and energy expenditure. Next, fartlek training kills boredom. Fartlek runs offers a creative, less structured, and on-the-go form of interval training that is guaranteed to shake things up with your training program. And finally, it is also ideal for racers. While racing, you will typically run fast, then slower, then fast again. So this method of training involves varying the intensity level of your training to teach your body how to recover faster. Are there any downsides of fartlek training? First, injury risk. If you are recovering from injury or have underlying health issues, you better consult with your physician first before you try any fartlek running. Lastly, it is not a body-friendly training. Sure, this is really up to your pace, but if you and your running buddy have a fairly different pace, it is going to be hard for you to keep up with them. Last but not least, I will show you 3 activities that involve with fartlek training, which are long run fartlek, also we have speed play, and the last one is surroundings fartlek. Now let's move on to interval training. What is interval training? It is not as complicated as you might think. Interval training is simply alternating short bursts, about 30 seconds, of intense activity with longer intervals, about 1 to 2 minutes of less intense activity. For instance, if your exercise is walking and you're in good health or in good shape, you might add short bursts of jogging into your regular brisk walks. But let's say if you are less fit, you might alternate leisurely walking with periods of faster walking. So what can interval training do for you? First, you will burn more calories. The more vigorously you exercise, the more calories you will burn, even if you increase intensity for just a few minutes at a time. Next one, you don't need any special equipments because you can perform interval walking, running, biking, or swimming, or you can also include body weight exercises such as jumping jacks, squats, and lunges. Next one, you will improve your aerobic capacity. As your cardiovascular fitness improves, you will be able to exercise longer or with more intensity. Next one, you will keep boredom at bay because turning up your intensity in short intervals can add variety to your exercise routine. And last but not least, you will be more time efficient. Many people, they say they don't exercise because they don't have that much time. So, interval training enables you to complete an effective workout in less time than a standard cardiovascular workout. For example, you might complete a workout in about 15 to 20 minutes or less instead of 40 minutes of full body workout. Does interval training have risk? Interval training isn't appropriate for everyone. Keep the risk of overuse injury in mind, because if you rush into a strenuous workout before your body is completely ready, you may injure your muscles, tendons, or bones. Also, if you have a chronic health condition or haven't been exercising regularly, you have to consult your doctor first before trying any type of interval training. Last but not least, I will introduce some activities, which are cardioblaster, sprint interval training, cardio sprint pyramid, burpee box jump, single leg mountain climbers. We have figure 8 lunge, 360-degree toe tap, duck and punch, and last but not least, X jump to X plank.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Ashkin binti Muhammad Zamri. As the last presenter, right now we will take a look at the last training method, which is called as circuit training. From here, we will take a look at the definition. What does circuit training target? The advantages and the disadvantages. Firstly, allow me to explain in depth regarding the meaning of circuit training. What exactly is a circuit training? It can be proven that circuit training is an excellent way to improve your mobility, strength, and stamina. It consists of essentially 6 to 10 strength exercises that will help the aspects mentioned just now. Each exercise will be done for a specified number of repetitions. Within a circuit, each exercise can be separated by short rest periods, and a circuit happens when all exercises are completed. In one training session, there is no limit for you to perform only one circuit. Therefore, you can do more based on your ability. You can have longer rest periods between each circuit in order for you to gain more energy before moving on to another circuit. There are levels in a training session, and they are based on the total number of circuits you perform in a session. As you can see here, we have beginner, intermediate, and advanced. Now, what does circuit training target? As you can see here, it targets on your core, arms, legs, glutes, and back. To begin with, any station that engages your core can strengthen your core. For instance, using a machine such as standing low cable hip abduction, or doing an exercise such as a front plank will definitely help to improve your core strength. Next, you may also use dumbbells for bicep curls and tricep extensions, or as well as tricep pushdowns or preacher curls to strengthen both of your arms. The third one, for legs, you may use gym machines such as the seated leg press. However, if you want an extra boost, you may also include intervals of squats or lunges in between. Next, for the strength of your glutes, if you are at home, station of lunges will work well. However, if you are at the gym, you can go for the lying hamstring curl machine. And lastly, circuit training targets on your back. If you are at home, you can perform exercises such as the front plank or pull-ups. If you are at the gym, you can opt for seated machine row. Now, let's move on to the next slide, which is the advantages of circuit training. The first benefit is that it develops strength and endurance. Next, circuit training is also adjustable. It can be adjusted to suit your age, fitness, and health of the athlete themselves. The third benefit is that it consists of very simple exercises that are easy for the athletes to complete and gain achievement from it. The penultimate advantage is that there are various types of exercises to choose, so while you can maintain your enthusiasm, the last benefit is that it is a very suitable form of training for most sports. After we have observed the advantages, right now, let's take a look at the disadvantages of circuit training. Firstly, you might need to use specialized equipment to do most of the exercises. At the same time, you will need to have a lot of space to fit in the equipment and setting up the circuit. Next, this training method can only be performed in the right place using the right equipment. Then, use of additional equipment requires appropriate health and safety monitoring. And lastly, if you want to develop your muscle mass in a short period of time, this training method might not be the best one for you. Right now, I will explain a little bit about principles and methods of training. These are the training methods that exist and things that they improve. Firstly, circuit training will improve speed, agility, coordination, balance, and muscular endurance. Continuous training will improve cardiovascular fitness, while cross training will improve your fitness. Interval training will improve speed and muscular endurance. Fartlek training will improve your aerobic and anaerobic fitness. Weight training will improve muscular strength, muscular endurance, and power. And lastly, altitude training will improve your aerobic fitness. Overall, we have listed many types of training methods that you can practice based on your preference. Make sure to take extreme precautions to avoid any injuries in the future. These are the references, and all information can be received through these links. A big thank you to our lecturer, Dr. Muhammad, for guiding and helping us in finishing this assignment. Thank you for spending your time and listening to our presentation. Have a nice day.